Hello and welcome to ChangeTube. Today you will discover how to make a diagnosis of a change project. I recommend you to take some notes to keep up. Let's go! The accurate diagnosis of a change project constitutes the first stage of change management action. This step represents a twofold challenge, which are to define the first fundamental milestones of the change process and also to determine the scope of the next step in the project. The difficulty in this early stage of the project is that little information is available. To begin with, the change manager must overlook the main elements of the project, the objectives, main risks, actors involved, etc. These elements will enable a diagnosis of the change to be made in 3 steps. First, the framing note, then the dimensioning of change management, and the organization of change management. So, let's start with the framing note. The framing note defines the main objectives and challenges of the change being targeted. This document also outlines the ambition of the change and enables its leader to familiarize his colleagues and managers with the specific aspects of the change project. At this stage, ask yourself the following questions. Is the desired change realistic? What are the constraints that could affect the realization of the project? And how should I organize myself to respond to the difficulties and make the change successful? A typical framing note consists of about 6 sections. First, the burning platform, describing the reason for the change. Then, the statement defining the scope of the change project. Third, the expected results, also called final project deliverables. An information system, for example, a new organization chart, a redefined process, a new decision-making process, etc. Then, the expected gains, the perceived risks, identifying all the risks that could potentially disrupt the change project. And finally, the mapping of actors or stakeholders, all those affected by the coming change. Now, let's see how to dimension a change management project. The answer to this question will determine the entire change project because it concerns the allocation of resources at the right time. Some change projects require more resources at the start, while others do so at the end of the project. This method aims to measure 2 dimensions of change. Its width, meaning the amount of people, functions and sites that need to be included in the project scope, and its depth, the significance of the changes for the different stakeholders within the project scope. To realize the dimensioning, it is just necessary to create 2 grids with a scoring system out of 100. One to evaluate the width and another to evaluate the depth of the change. In this video, I'll show you just one of them. The calculation is really simple. You take the total obtained of 30 points to be divided by 30 and multiplied by 100. Any score higher than 50 should be considered as a significant and complex change to manage. Then the 2 indicators obtained must be cross-referenced to complete the diagnosis. How to organize the change management project? To get the right answer, you should ask yourself 3 questions. First, once a change management unit is in place, who is responsible? The project manager is in most cases assigned but it might be more appropriate to attach the change management to a change manager. Other actors must be identified within the entities concerned by the change in order to act as relays for the members of the change team. Secondly, what balance should be maintained between one-off resources and fixed resources? And finally, how lead a change management team? Now you are equipped with the proper tools to start diagnosing the coming change. Have fun! So, thank you for watching, and let's change together. Bye bye!